Now, we've had a lot of heated up debates in different channels, different places, especially in Kenya and East Africa. And so much have happened in between, and you can see so much taking place. Let me talk about one thing. And this one thing that we've been talking about, discipleship in this channel. We really dealt with discipleships, parts of discipleship, works of discipleship, and engagements of discipleship. We really done a lot of it. Now, one of the things that I really want us to highlight on is the levels of discipleship. We talked about how consistency in obedience, how consistency in obeying instructions, how consistency in doing things that pertains the same as your leadership needs it in different areas. This one crosses all the ages, crosses all the levels and statuses of life. Once you are a disciple, you are a disciple. You are pertained into certain levels of rules. If once you are a disciple, there is a place in life you have to live. There is a way you have to respond to issues and things, to people and leadership of every level. Now, there is a lot more when we talk about spirituality, and it comes into this aspect of leadership. It is a very, very prominent and prone thing we need to talk about every moment we talk about discipleship. Now, I want to slightly talk about this thing because of what happens in some aspects of life, like to follow. We have all been in SCOAN in one way or another, and we know the structures of leadership. SCOAN is not a small body. SCOAN is not just you walk in and you walk out. Look at the people that are in SCOAN, the caliber of their understanding. Look at the people in SCOAN, the level of their wealth. Look at people in SCOAN, what they believe in, the level of their intellect, the level of their wisdom, the level of their integrity in SCOAN. Check, even if you don't go there, check the level of operation. The cameras do the work for you if you cannot be there or if you've not been there. SCOAN is a place where everybody would really admire to be or to look like in any aspect. I tell you, not even the men of God you see around bragging here and there, they still want to be related to SCOAN in one way or another. This one is not about the discipleship part of it, but I just want to give you the clip of what I'm talking about, just the forehead of what I'm trying to lay down. So it's a big institution. It's a big institution. No big institution just walk without structures. Now, so for it to work without with structures in place, one thing must be sure: the mark, the focus, the point of reference. All this I'm talking about to mean one thing: the voice, the place of the voice, who speaks and who listens. Let me use the word in English phrase. The buck stops with who. Okay. Now, after that level, I understand you get the point. That we need one leader, and after one leader, others pursue. And this brings me to this one point we talk about branches. Now, branches, if any organization, be it a government organization, be it non-governmental organization, be it a ministry organization, religious or non-religious organization, there is always one stretch from headquarters. This is where the word headquarter came from, even in language. So there is always a headquarter, and then from headquarter there are also extensions, and extensions can either be a branch or a workshop. Or when I say about workshop, it's not about technology or mechanics or somewhere people work. A workshop means a place where they transfer their virtue to another group, the place of impartation of that virtue of what they do in one place, now transfer to another place. Now, when we talk about that, that's when we now deal with branch. For this instance, let's take specifically SCOAN. Now, SCOAN can have branch. Now, what does it take for a person or an entity or a place or an organization to be called branch? Branch means you have devolved all the functions from the headquarter to your place. That means if it's a meeting or if it's a church, SCOAN, that means SCOAN in Ghana file reports to SCOAN headquarter, sends the reports every month. File the financial reports, sends it every month or according to the instructions available. Frequency of every instructions available. File the reports of the working system. Files the reports of the service system. File the reports of the personnel. File the reports of every move, every activity that happens there. I mean, the headquarter has to get every detail of information. And not forgetting the offerings, either to be channeled there after filing the accounts, balances, and checks, and every other places where it is required. This is a rule of any organization. A branch is directly, even Jesus was talking to the others, say, no, a branch should be rooted to the stem of the main. If a branch cuts off itself, it drains and it ceases to belong to the tree, to the main tree. Now, I've had this so-called the SCOAN branches, and these SCOAN branches, I don't have any other dealing with a particular person, no. SCOAN branches should report to the headquarter of the ministry, the headquarter. That means the headquarter should issue instructions to everybody that call themselves SCOAN. If that's not what's happening, then you are not a branch. You are an agent of SCOAN. Being an agent of SCOAN means you are somebody who can transact on behalf with the specific instruction that this time we are transacting on behalf of SCOAN, behalf of Mama Evelyn, behalf of the leadership of SCOAN. Or rather, you go to a place, we are organizing a crusade or a conference or something, you are an agent of SCOAN. Now, this is where you are a point man. This is how it works. And when it stands to that much, that's exactly what we do. And when we do that, that's how you call yourself faithful to that level, unless you are related. I'm taking this point from Pastor Tommy, my brother. Very straightforward point that I took from him some times back. He say, if you are part of SCOAN, you know. You are part of any organization, you will know. And when God sets you into a place where you are a representation of a certain organization, it will definitely mean you have an assignment to be a representation in that area. Today I'm doing this video casually, and my main aim of doing this video is just to sensitize this one point that we have been working with every other day. My name is Timothy Profitable, and this is Blevoy. One more time, I would like you to come tune into this channel occasionally. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do right away after this.